Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today let me introduce to you 4 of the Klein Tools high visibility or glow-in-the-dark pliers. I purchased this from Amazon way back in 2019. The first one here is the wire stripper. The model number is 11054GLW. It has stripping holes for number 8 to number 16 AWG solid and number 10 to number 18 AWG stranded. It is spring activated for ease of use, which you can lock in safekeeping. It has shears for both sizes 632 and 832. It has a cutting knives there and gripping jaws as well. And as you can see, the handles are very nice, white. And they make it a point to warn the user that this is not rated as an insulated handle. Next, I have here the 8-inch long nose pliers, model number D203-8GLW, also made in USA. Easy to open and close. There is virtually no gap in its gripping jaws there, and the cutting knives are well aligned. Serrated jaws there for gripping, as well as the high visibility glow-in-the-dark handle. And just for comparison, I have here the Japanese-made Tsunoda long nose pliers, as well as the Stanley 8-inch long nose pliers. As you can see, the Klein Tools 8-inch long nose pliers is the most beefy of the 3. This one, while the slimmest profile can be found in the Tsunoda Japanese-made long nose pliers, while the Stanley one is right there in the middle in terms of their thickness. So if you prefer beefy long nose pliers, you would definitely like these Klein 8-inch long nose pliers. And this is the 9-inch lineman's pliers, model D2000-9NEGLW, also with nice glow-in-the-dark handles. The cutting knives are properly aligned, and there is just a tiny bit of gap there between the gripping jaws, which I think is a normal occurrence in this type of lineman's pliers. There is a cross-hatch knurling there, which improves grip. And also it's very easy to open and close with a high leverage design, whereby the pivot is closest to the cutting edge. And this is the D2000-28GLW diagonal cutter. This is the straight design, not an angled one. Also high leverage design and easy to open and close. The cutting knives are also well aligned and sharp. Here I am at the ceiling, which is typically a dark environment. I'm now charging the glow-in-the-dark handles of my pliers with the light from my flashlight to enable them to start at a bright enough glow state. I will come back later to check how much of the glow has been left. That is the initial brightness of the handles. Although the cell phone camera is compensating a little bit, this should give us an idea of how visible the handles are when charged initially with a strong enough external light source. So I'm back here at the ceiling after about 17 minutes. As you can see, the glow from the handles has diminished quite considerably, but there is still some glow left. This is the advantage, however, of the shiny white handles, because even with a tiny amount of ambient light, like that light seeping from the roof, The handles are still visible because they reflect the light from the tiny light source. However, if you lost them in complete darkness, you still might find difficulty in finding them without the aid of a flashlight. That being said, they are still more likely to be detected or found than one without a glow handles, because a passing light from a torch will instantly reveal their location much more easier than one without glow handles. As you can see, my pair of pliers on the rightmost side was completely invisible, but the one with glow handles were immediately visible. The main advantage of this set of tools is that, first of all, it's made by Klein, made in USA, and Klein is known for making high quality, high durability tools. The other advantage of this set in particular is that they have high visibility, glow-in-the-dark handles. Klein Tools has other models of this set of pliers with different handles. They have colored dipped handles and thicker handles. The disadvantage of these glow-in-the-dark handles is that they are prone to dirt. So make sure to wipe them clean after each use and keep them dry because they are made of carbon steel, which is prone to rust and corrosion. Keep them dry and lubricated. The other disadvantage applies only to this wire stripper. The handles of this particular wire stripper actually had already popped off. They came off clean. So what I did is that I applied glue in them. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the residue of glue there. So now the handles there are rather permanent. I have another Klein Tools wire stripper designed like this, whose handles had also popped off, which I repaired the same way. I'm quite sure that some of you who have used these tools for much longer have a much better understanding of their advantages and disadvantages. If you wish, you can share them in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.